the Rolling Meadows project. Rolling Meadows is a proposed development of over 1,000 residential units north of downtown Youngsville that will bring significant benefits to Franklin County. Most prominently, the construction of the first segment of the Youngsville bypass between Fleming Road and Cedar Creek Road, a distance of over 1 mile that will account for almost 1/3 of the entire proposed bypass, all designed, engineered, and constructed with private funding. Rolling Meadows will also benefit the county by providing up to 1,000 new customers for the Franklin County Public Utilities Department. Each customer represents approximately 3 residents. Current population of Youngsville is approximately 2,630 people. Moreover, construction of more than 1,000 residential units in Rolling Meadows will generate over $6 million in system development fees, and each of these residential units will generate substantial real property taxes annually for Franklin County. Finally, the terms of the development agreement state that the developer of Rolling Meadows will provide up to $1 million in funding for the expansion and upgrade of a sewer outfall that will run from Cedar Creek Road to an existing sewage treatment facility. All of these benefits to Franklin County depend on one thing: the financial viability of the Rolling Meadows development. And the financial viability of Rolling Meadows is dependent on it receiving water and sewer allocations that are uninterrupted throughout the entire build-out of this project. The proposed development agreement to be considered by this board tonight is designed to meet this very need. I'm here tonight with my 2 brothers, Jim Moss and David Moss, in the back, to speak on behalf of our family as owners of the land where Rolling Meadows is to be built. Between us, Jim, David, and I have 7 adult children and 10 grandchildren, for a total of 9 Moss families that have ownership interests in what would be the Rolling Meadows properties. We're also here tonight with Michael Fleming with BRD Land and Investment in the back as well. This is the Charlotte-based company identified as the, quote, purchaser in the proposed development agreement. Michael is head of BRD's land acquisition operations in the Eastern Carolinas. I need to note that BRD is quite different from a broker. BRD is not a builder. BRD's business model is as a developer that goes through the process of obtaining entitlements and permits that convert raw land into approved residential projects and lots ready for construction. Once a project is fully entitled and permitted, then BRD sells the project to a qualified developer to begin construction. After entering into an agreement to acquire land from the owner, it is BRD that does the design work, the entitlement work, the permitting work for the project. Rolling Meadows is already well advanced in that process, over 2.5 years so far, and it is now fully entitled, and phase 2 is in the last stages of being permitted for construction. Once this very complex, time-consuming, and expensive process is complete, BRD will sell the project to a qualified developer that will then be in a position to begin construction immediately. Let me add one quick point as to what a qualified developer is. A qualified developer is a developer that has the expertise and the financial resources to make Rolling Meadows a reality, and the development agreement specifically provides that the county must approve the developer. So the county has the ability to understand who the developer is and its scope of expertise and financial wherewithal. Rolling Meadows is more complex than most developments because it will actually be made up of 5 different neighborhood subdivisions with different lot sizes and housing product types, plus a clubhouse and pool amenity complex. These 5 neighborhoods are illustrated in Exhibit A and in Exhibit F to the development agreement. As you can tell, Rolling Meadows will result in a substantial contribution of utility infrastructure for the county. Let me say a couple of quick things about the town of Youngsville, for those who don't know. It was founded in 1875. This is its 150th year. For most of its history, until 1990 or so, the town population was in the 650 range. Since then, like so much of this part of the world, there's been an explosion in growth. The zip code for Youngsville is 27596, but only about 10% of the land area in 27596 is inside the town limits. 27596 has gone from 1990, something around 4,000 residents, to 17,500 residents who live in the county and not in the town. So this is very much a county situation that we're dealing with the Youngsville bypass. All of this growth, of course, is being driven by Wake County and by Wake Forest. A lot of people don't realize how close Youngsville is to Wake County and to Wake Forest. Well, in fact, some of Wake Forest is in Franklin County and touches some of the town limits of Youngsville. The intersection that is the biggest hotspot that will be taken out of being a hotspot by the new Youngsville bypass is right at Youngsville Elementary School. That's where Highway 1A comes through Youngsville. It's met by Holden Road, which comes up from Capitol Boulevard and then turns into Main Street. Well, Main Street is where Highway 96 now goes, and at that intersection near the Youngsville Elementary School, Highway 96 and 1A merge and go north. Here's what a lot of people don't realize. If you go to that intersection at Youngsville Elementary and you turn south and you head toward Wake Forest, how long before you get to Wake County? Less than 1.6 miles. Just over a mile and a half from that hot spot intersection, you get to Wake County. That's where Youngsville is. As you can tell, Franklin County can benefit tremendously from Rolling Meadows because Rolling Meadows will provide the funding for the first segment of this sorely needed bypass, plus other benefits to the county. And only with this development agreement will Rolling Meadows have the financial viability to go forward and provide these benefits. And we ask that you vote to approve the development agreement tonight.